Alright, if you recognize this, this is the bandsaw cutoff from the bottom or the top, I don't know which, but it matches this profile pretty nicely. You know, the radius is a little bit larger, but it's good enough. So that allows me to clamp to the front and then register flat on the back here. And then I just double check to make sure I'm centered. I kind of eyeballed it on the two corners of the handle. I'm just shy of 2 5/8 to that side of the drawer. And then when I go to the other side, I'm equally as shy. Now I prefer to cut these a little high because a paired edge I think looks a lot cleaner. Rub a little of that sawdust into that open wound there. And then just pare these off. Okay, the inside of the doors are designed to hold long chains. But because I've just got an MDF flat panel here, I've got to beef that up. So I've got some stock here that's a little over 1/4 of an inch thick. It's 30 thousandths over. So I'm going to use my shooting board and get these to fit just perfectly. And then to this I'll be able to drill in some pegs. Now we're gap free. I also put a little back bevel on that corner, the back corner, to make sure this edge went up tight. And that looks really good. Alright, here's my setup. I've got a piece of scrap plywood that I've got jacked up with a board similar to this one, bringing it up about 1/4 of an inch, you know, out here. Then I've got this pushed tight to the fence. I've got my piece where I want it. It's about 1/2 inch from the bottom, my hole. And then I'm just going to go every 1 inch increment from there. But then I've got this piece of extrusion that's clamped underneath. And that's holding this so it doesn't slide. Originally I just had 2 pieces of scrap that I was going to put underneath there. But there was flexing in the middle, so I had to get something that ran all the way across, and that's good. So this is in place. I should probably bring this stop up this way to keep this from sliding, so that I'm always the bit is always going to exit in the same spot. There we go. Okay, so now we'll drill our 5 holes. I'm going to go all the way through. Okay, you notice that this wanted to lift up on me, so I was keeping pressure down that way. So that looks good. So I'll make my pegs. I'm going to push them all the way through and then flush them up on the backside with a block plane, so I make sure that I get good glue adhesion there. Alright, I went back to the drawing board. I made some hard maple pegs instead of cherry. These are much more consistent in length and thickness. So that'll be that. And what I've done, what I found is if I hammer them in flush, they're just a bit proud. So I'm going to take this ruler and put that underneath it and pound them to a consistent depth, and then flush them up on the back. And that'll take care of everything. I'm not even going to put glue on these. There's no need. It's such a nice tight fit. Once that finish gets on there and the glue on the back, they're not coming out. I'm going to rub this glue in right where the pins come through, just to get a little on the back of that. A little more on here. That should be just fine.